Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sambhu from Cloud Tech. Today I am going to demonstrate AWS code pipeline like AWS CI/CD, how we can use this AWS CI/CD. Like subsequent video I will create this like today's session. Our agenda is by using AWS CI/CD how we can create our own S3 bucket. Okay guys. And in my next subsequent video I will show you like how we can create a EC2 instance. Then next subsequent video I will show you like how we can create a RPM and then deploy to the S3 bucket, and then from the S3 bucket how we can install or deploy to the EC2 instance. Okay guys, this is the total three part I have divided. I will create this three video for this AWS pipeline. Okay guys, so let's move on to the AWS console. So this is my AWS console, and in my previous session I have already demonstrated like AWS code commit. So if you guys not yet watched that video, please have a look that. I will not talk about more details about that code commit, but I will show you like how we can create a code. Basically, code commit, what basically purpose we can use it like it's a source code management, like we have a git, right? Similar kind of thing we can create in AWS also. Here we can maintain our source code. Okay guys, so how we can create, let's create one repository here. Let's give the name code commit, okay, something like that, and let's create this our. If you want to create a file, then we can create a file also here. Let us create. So in this today's demo, what basically we need, let me show you quickly that. So I have already created the code part here. Basically we need to build this pipeline, right? AWS CI/CD pipeline. What we need one build spec.yaml file. We need what basically build spec, like we have AWS code build, right? AWS code build basically used to build our application. Okay guys, so we need to give the set of instruction what I am going to do in this YAML file, like what version Python we are going to. Today's demo we are going to use the Python only. Okay, so then we need to specify runtime version, what version Python we are going to use, and that we have to install in that pipeline. And then we need to install all the dependency, like we are going to use the AWS SDK, like Boto3 SDK. So that part we need to install here. Once that is done, then what all command basically we want to execute, we are going to run one one Python file which is create bucket. That is like basically content here, like we are going to use that login with that import for that logging purpose. Like either we can use the print statement or you can use the logger here. So I have set the logger here. Basically logger I have set like as a such a that like it's a date format, like YYMMDD, this kind of date format will come. And I have one method here, like basically this method what all parameter basically expecting, like bucket name, what kind of bucket name you want to create, and then which region you would like to create. Okay guys, and then we are taking the S3 Boto, that S3 client from the Boto3 whatever SDK we are using, right? And then once we got that, then here we are checking first like bucket is already exist or not, like in S3 client, right? The Boto3 client, right, have one method like head buckets which will tell us like we have like bucket is there or not, or we have access to that S3 bucket or not. Such kind of permission will check this one. So and if it is bucket is there and everything you have access or everything looks good, then we will get the 200 okay response. And if bucket is not there, then we will supposed to get 404 like resource not found. And if you don't have a permission, right, then we will get the 403 like kind of forbidden. This kind of response we will get. Okay guys, if bucket is not exist, then what we are going to do, we are just putting one message like bucket is does not exist, and we are going to create the S3 bucket. And which location we are going to create, that location like a constant we are using here. And then S3, this create bucket is the SDK method, default method, not this method what method we have created. This is SDK method, and with this method we are going to create the bucket. Okay guys, so let's do one by one. So first let's create this create bucket, that Python file. Let's create here, create bucket.py, something like that. Any name you can give here. Okay guys, let's copy this, paste here, and author name, let us give that. Submit the changes. Okay guys, And let's create one build spec also. So go to the repository file with the name of the file here. Let's keep the name of the file here. Okay guys. So let's take this. Let's keep the file name here and then file content. So basically bunch of command or instruction. Okay guys. So let's put here. I have been specified the version and phase, install phase first, then build phase. Okay guys. And here similar kind of author and then email address. Okay. And now I am doing manually, we are adding, right? How we can add from our development, like by use, how we can configure that, right? That part I have already demonstrated, like how we used to use the git add commit, those kind of thing, right? That part I have already demonstrated how we can do. So if you guys not yet watch that part, AWS code commit, right, then please refer that video. I will give that link in this description. For this today's demo, just I am manually adding this. Okay guys, so this is done. Next step our is the build. Okay guys, so let's go to the build project. Let's create one project here, build project, and let's give the project name, then build, suppose code build. Okay, something like that, or maybe we can give the demo. Okay, and source here basically we need to select our AWS code commit, which just now we have done, and then which repository we have created. If you have multiple repository, then it will list out here. Since I have only single repository, so that's why it is listed one repository. Okay guys, and then which branch, if you have a multiple branch, then let's select which branch you want to do this build. Okay, now I have one branch, so I am selecting, and this commit id, if you have a multiple commit id, if you would like to build this project with specific commit id, then that part also you can do here. Okay guys, so I just now I two commit I made, so this is optional. I am not going to select here anything. On demand manage ec2, and then this is new role. Let us create on new role, cloud code build cloud tech demo cv service role. Okay guys, and then insert build command or use the build specific file. Okay, so we can specify, okay, whatever YAML just now we created, right, that part we are going to use here. Okay guys, build spec.yaml. And this additional configuration, no need to select anything. Then artifactory now we are not going to use, and then the logs even we are going to use the CloudWatch here. Okay guys, and let's create this build project. This policy code build cloud tech demo UST already exists. Okay, okay. See, already exists. So what we are going to do is, let's delete this and let us create one more policy fresh. Okay guys, let's go to the IAM. Let's go to the policy. Let's delete the policy. Let's create one. Okay, it will automate, because since I am going to select here like a new role, right, so that's why it is created policy along with that IAM role. Let me show you that. Now it will create again, right, and then role also it is created. Let me show you that. Code build, this is the role just now is created. Okay guys, so now our build part is done. Now what we are going to do, let's create a pipeline like CI/CD, right? So let's go to the pipeline part here, and then create pipeline, and let's give that code pipeline CP. and let us select these two and then new service role, and let us select here and go to the next. And here source provider, we are going to use the code commit only. Let us select the branch name, repository name, our branch is main, and change detection, right? Here, like change detection means it's a CI/CD, right? Whenever something changes happen, then pipeline automatically triggered. So that part we are going to use the CloudWatch event recommendation. This one only we are going to use, and let's keep everything as a default. Okay, guys. So let's go to here and build provider. Like if you have any build, right? AWS code build only, and if you have a build project, just now we created, right? And single build. Okay, if you have a batch build, then you can spread batch, and deploy also we can skip, we are not going to deploy. Okay, in build itself we will run that. Okay, then create this pipeline. Let us try. So our code pipeline creation in progress. We'll see like if we made any changes, how this pipeline automatically trigger, right? That part also we're going to see. Now this pipeline is triggered, and let us go to the S3 bucket. Let's come here. Pipeline here, suppose our demo agenda is it will create one bucket once this pipeline is deployed successful, right? Now build is completed. Now let us try. Let's see here. It's not yet succeeded, because once it is succeeded, here one bucket will come. The bucket name what we gave basically, let me show you that. Source repository build failed. Now if you see here, build got failed. Why build got failed? Let us check that first. So how we can check? We can go to the view details, and if you go here, does not exist. So creating the S3 bucket. Okay, and calling as backup person not found. Okay, and access denied. Okay, okay, this is the permission issue basically. So because pipeline is trying to access the S3, right? So like I said, right, if you don't have a permission, then this kind of access permission issue will come. And let's go to this our, suppose go to the settings, go to the build project. Let us come here, and let's go here, and let's go to the settings. Thing is there. Okay, so let's go to our IAM role, and let us refresh this. And if you see here, code build one IAM role is created, right? So here we have only this policy, and which is don't have that S3 access, right? So let us create the S3 permission here. So let's attach that policy. Suppose I am going to give S3 full access. Okay, time being, let's give the S3 full access. And I have another role also, couple of role is created. So let's come here, AWS code pipeline service. Let's add this role also here, and let's add the S3 full access here. Okay, now let's trigger this build again. So let's come here. How we can trigger once it is failed, right? That like release changes you can do, or you can try where it is failed, right? The release from here also you can try, so that it will the source code come. This one it will be skipped. It will start from build phase on. And you can see here build, source, build, and if we create a deploy also, deploy part also will come here. Okay guys, maybe when we are going to do that RPM deployment, that time we will create the deploy part also, code deploy. Okay guys, so now let's see here if it is succeeded or not. So still now not yet completed, still it is running. Let's see. It is in progress. Okay, now see it is succeeded, right? Since I have had a S3 access, right? So now it is succeeded, and if you check the logs here, right, this log we can see either here or we can see the CloudWatch also. Okay guys, so I will show you that two part here. So if you see installation succeeded, running, and or this is our log message, right? What we have printed, right? This is log S3 cloud tech does not exist, creating the bucket and succeeded. Okay, guys. Now since bucket is now, if you see here, right, bucket is created. Now if you like release this build again, will it create one more bucket? Let us see. Let us try that. So hopefully it will not create another bucket. It will give this error message. Let me show you that. So our expectation here is now. So let's go to this our Python file, and if you see here, we have now we are checking here head, right? So our expectation is this message should come. It should not create one more bucket, right? So let us try. Now build in progress here. Okay, if you see in this right side, this buffering sign, right? Here it is buffering, and here it is the source is tick mark is there, right? Right tick. So it is completed. So waits for some time. Now build is completed. Let us check that what message will show. Now if you see, already exist. Now this is the error message we have in log message, we can see, right, already exists. So it is not creating. Okay, guys. So now what our agenda is now, let's do some changes in that code part. Okay, guys. So let me show you that. Suppose let me add something here. Suppose something I adding. Okay, guys. So let's try with the name. Now, as soon as we push these changes, right, pipeline has to be triggered. Let us see. We are not clicking anywhere. So we'll wait here. We'll see this pipeline is automatically getting triggered or not. So it will take, because since from CloudWatch event, right, from the event it will get triggered, right. So it will take some time, but it will trigger automatically. See, it's triggered. Build is completed. Now build phase is going on. If you see, right, build is automatically triggered. We are not clicking anywhere like release or manually release, nothing we did, right? It is automatically get triggered. So this is how CI/CD work, like continuous build and development, like it will deploy automatically. So I hope this session will helpful to you guys, and if you feel this video is valuable, then I will request you guys, please subscribe my channel, share surrounding with your friend. We'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, guys. So let's see. So build is completed, and you can see here the message. Bucket is already exists. Okay, guys. And if you want to check the log in CloudWatch, right, let me show you that part also. Here logs and view full entry. Let's go. Here is the CloudWatch log. Let me show you. This is the CloudWatch log. Okay, guys. Bye. Chalo.